Alright, it is time for day 7 of FFYLands Sal. So, today we are just gonna go destroy some DLC, but there is an important note that I almost forgot about that we do need to talk about. So, there was a change that was released literally after I was done streaming yesterday, doing, yesterday's stuff. So, basically, they changed the shotgun buff. Now it no longer adds pellets, it just provides a chance to, it provides two fang. So our whole gimmick that we had going on with having 3 rockets instead of 1, no longer a thing. But we can still work with this. So instead, we're going to use an SMG, this slag SMG specifically, because it will go ahead and buff our mag size and our explosive damage with the gun still. And then we can use the slag to easily slag people. So, not as OP, maybe just as OP because it is slag, so ×3 and whatever, but kind of just depends if we were or we're not going to slag in the first place. But this is just the only change we've really had to make. So, if you're wanting to play the mod, they've already fixed the shotgun thing that existed for like a single day, and it's already gone. So, that's fair. Anyways, let's just get started on some DLC. Probably Pirate DLC first, followed by Torg, I guess. And then if we have time, maybe Hammerlock, and then definitely not Lilith DLC today. So yeah, let's get going. Alright. So as we can see, we're gonna be fine. Our build is still basically the exact same build. Technically, it's a little bit weaker, at least initially, because, you know, we have to rely on our slag to get the equal amount of damage. But if we do slag enemies, it's kind of 25% better because of the explosive buff. I'm just going to put it out there. I think I can force a cooldown if I reload here. Yes, I can. Nice. Yeah, we've been just dead sprinting through this DLC. There has been no stopping. We don't need anything. The Pimpernel probably exists, and we are playing Sal, so we could offhand it if we were feeling like absolute criminals, but I don't think we are. I think we're doing pretty okay. So we're just not going to do that, because why would we? Okay, Roscoe. Kinda need a kill skill off a bird. That would help a lot. There we go. Okay. So it turns out, using this against big bosses is not as effective. I did have to switch what weapon we were using, but that's okay. Maybe we'll just switch around a little bit more and we'll try out our Renegade. Can you stop, like, very slowly rotating? There we go. That took a little bit of effort there. Wait. So, wait. So, if this adds 125% of my current health to gun damage, what if I just used an endless with a really high fire rate to just dispense my health bar to enemies multiple times in a row? We might have to get one of those and see if we can do that. Because now that I'm thinking about it, we're basically just a B-shield as a character, if we were to try that. That might be an idea. Oh, okay. So Roscoe is way thicker than the Leviathan. That's scary. But sure, why not? Here we go. Yeah, that was way easier than Roscoe was for no apparent reason other than why not. So I guess we'll just go check loot and then move on to the next DLC already. Alright, and for loot, we've got a Gub, Plasma Caster, that could be fun. Corrosive Fastball, sure. Another Pocket Rocket, and a Big Thumper. Okay, so no big changes here. We can go ahead and check bottom chest though. And another Pocket Rocket, and a Fibber. This one is a crit Fibber. Okay, so if we ever do a build where we need crits, we could offhand this. Say if we were to use our health bar as a damage dispenser and then held an endless, we could probably do that. We should probably do that like right after this DLC actually and see how that goes. Okay, yeah, we'll hold on to that. Okay, quick little geary runs here. Go ahead and try to get a new launcher and a pistol, just as, you know, some stuff to mess with. So, some Aries, some other stuff. I'll just sift through it and then I'll let y'all know what we get. Okay, we got an endless. It is non-elemental. Flat off grip, flat off barrel though. I don't know if the barrel's fixed. Okay, so just flat off grip. Disregard the whole barrel thing. It does have a melee attachment, which isn't the best. We could totally have a masher. Also, we can't even use it yet, so maybe we do go ahead and farm out for another one. Alright, so we didn't get a better one, but we got one we can actually wear. So we'll go ahead and equip both of these really quick. And then this gun in our right hand should get buffed by the crit on the left hand. It should just result in lots of damage, probably. And then if we pair that with the fact that we are wearing our Beast class mod, a Blood of the Ancients, and I guess we could go ahead and just go back to a Rough Rider for the extra max health there. We have a ton of stacked health that'll go ahead and do a lot of talking with our damage. And then I should realistically spec out of these two skills and probably go for some pistol damage or something like that. That's probably what we'll try to do. I guess I could rotate over here and grab these first and then do that. Yeah, let's respec real quick. Okay, so we went ahead and respec for the pistol testing here. We've got pretty much the exact same build going on, but we did get both of our capstones here. I did also still put a point in 5 shots or 6, since it also provides fire rate on kill skill. So that's still useful to us even if we don't need the ammo necessarily. And then for these, if we're in our Gunzerk and we do the action skill, we press the button again, it'll do the middle finger thing. It'll give us 9 seconds of damage reduction. It'll make the Fistful of Hurt cooldown 10 times faster. It'll buff Tyrannosaurus regeneration there. It'll give us weapon damage, swap speed, and reload speed. And if we're wearing a Roid Shield, it will deplete that as well, so that is a thing we could use. And then this is a passive where if we take damage, it makes us immune to damage, and it restores 15% of our health, and makes your weapons consume 0 ammo and massively increases fire rate. And this lasts for 0.4 seconds and triggers every 3 seconds. So that's pretty darn strong, pretty fun there for 1 point. Probably finish out 5 shots or 6 and then move on to left tree. And also I would like to point out for this build, the pistol, the Renegade here might be better. You know, it gives an extra 73% pistol gun damage. It provides an extra 30% there, 40% crit here, probably 80% crit here, an extra 60% damage there, and then it buffs money shot, and then also reload speed and melee. But if we think about the fact that this gun has a pretty low base damage of 12,000, this provides 125% of our current health to gun damage, which currently is sitting at 66,000. That is a much larger buff. So just being a thick boy is way more effective for this concept than the flat percent damage buffs. So hopefully that should be true, and should also yield some funny pistol damage. So we've talked up the build, but can it actually work? I guess it depends if guys spawn. There we go. Okay. That man is instantly sawed in half. That man is also sawed in half. This build might work. Not even shooting the left gun, just kind of using it for the crit buff. Kind of like you would in vanilla BL2. Yeah, this seems to be effective. This seems to work. Oh yeah, I can flip people off too. There we go. Get even more damage and more DR there. Get some other stuff going. Yeah, this works. The eye contactinator. And then we can go ahead and reload our offhand gun here to force our action skill cooldown, which is pretty interesting. That means we could just avoid reloading until we needed our action skill back, and then we can intentionally trigger it like that, which is super duper cool. But yeah, we're just an eye contact machine now. That's all we really are. Alright, Pete. Just throw out some slag real quick. Assert eye contact. Yeah, okay. Alright, we are here in Torque DLC at the race. I have to bring this up every time we do a run of any mod or anything. If you spawn your car and immediately start driving, the race timer starts. So you can just immediately leave with preferably a barrel technical since they are the fastest. And then you can just get a head start on everything and it'll save you a lot of time. And it might make tier 3 a little bit easier for people who still struggle with it. So there you go. Just a neat little tip there. Let's go. Alright, so that whole goodness, right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get another thing nerfed. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, okay, this would get nerfed and it would be understandable. Okay, combat blaster and a transformer from that. And that appears to be it. So the combat blaster probably won't get used. But it does this, and it does explosive splash, I believe. I'm not sure if it's too unique beyond that, but we have a winning recipe of a build right now, so I'm not really too worried about that. But just putting that out there. Okay, and we are already done with, or we're just going to move on to the, okay, yeah, we'll move on to Hammerlock DLC, might as well. Just go walk up to another guy real quick. Where crit? I don't like that these guys are, I need to learn where their crit spots are. Is it really that little thing on its chest? In the thing that's like covered by its body at all times? I guess so. Okay. Well, we're getting there. There we go. And we're at the end of another DLC. This surely, oh my goodness, it's instantly gone. It's, okay, yeah, you know, sure. I was gonna do this whole thing where I was gonna talk about the plan to just shoot the guy until he disappeared, but he just kind of disappeared without needing the dialogue, like at all. So, yeah. Also, this guy has an antagonist on, which really, really hurts. Alright, second one down. Got a madhouse, that's cool. Alright, and to do the funny. And we're good. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess I can spend my skill point now, finish out that skill. That just leaves us with like 10 more skill points, so I guess just put them probably here and then maybe in the crit. Okay, sure. Well, there you go. Another DLC is down. We have held W at the enemy. The enemy is no more. The mod dev has sent me a new version of the mod. So we'll go ahead and open it up and see what the change is. And then we might call it a day after that. Alright, and from here we've got a stink pot, which we're just going to kind of walk past. We've got a hornet. We've got a stoner, which is actually pretty cool. It randomly does more damage and some other effects and stuff. There's an infection right there. That's just kind of a TD or Mollywan corrosive shield. Got a big boom, which just makes a big boom, but also consumes a lot of ammo. Like way too much ammo. Got a Mad Jack right here, which is a masher prefix. So this essentially does the BL1 Mad Jack thing. Maybe a little bit different, but that's kind of the idea behind it. We got a new Bone Crusher, which we were really crutching on before, so a new one would be cool. We've got a Masher Law. Okay, that's kind of neat. A Baby Maker, it's fire. A new Rough Rider, cool, love to see it. A Black Hole. And that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and load up the new version of the mod that I've just been hand delivered by the mod dev, and we'll just see what the changes are like and if we really need to change anything about the build. All right, change log. Let's see what has been changed about the game. The bolt gun's damage is increased, that's cool. Shock no longer able to spread between enemies. Okay, I didn't know it could. An Axton change. Okay, that's pretty cool. Salvador. Sniper gives 25% bonus. This gives a multi-shot. 5 shots or 6. No longer adds a chance to restore ammo. Provides more projectiles per shot instead. Okay, that's unfortunate for our previous build, but we moved away from it, so let's see if that's any bit different. Overcharge removed damage reduction. Okay. We're gonna need to get in game and look at this now. So, Overcharge was changed. They removed the damage reduction it applies and instead provided plus 300% ammo regen. This works with resupply, so instead of 0.2 ammo a second, it should be 0.6 or 0.8. However exactly that percent works. We also have the Legendary Beast. Reduced amount of bonus damage added from health from 125% to 20%. That's funny. That's super duper funny. Okay. So there we go. We now do not deal as much damage. Oh, 25%. Is that what it says? It says 20 on here, but it's 25% in game is what it reads. So I guess we can just go like shoot a guy and see how that feels. Real quick. Okay. So instead of 125% more damage, it's only 25% based off of our health pool. So when we are gun zerking, we're at 156,000. It's going up a little bit still, but 25% of that will get converted into extra gun damage on top of Endless's damage, which is still more, a lot more than what some other stuff would provide. I don't know if it's better than just outright using a pistol setup, at least with this pistol. But yeah, this is, I mean, it's slower. Still strong, but slower for sure. So I think that's a fine change. That totally makes sense to me. I get that. And yeah, I guess a really big place we would see this is if we were actually doing boss fighting. So we will have to see if for a boss fight this is a lot worse or if it's about the same. We do have to aim more for crits, this is true. So we'll just go test that really quick against BA Rex, for example. And then I guess this isn't really a thing that I mentioned, but if we get more gun damage based off of how low our health is, that isn't necessarily great for our build unless it's based off of our max health and not our current health. But it specifically says current health. So while our health is low, we will get the 180 from here, but while it's high, we'll get the extra 25% based off of the health pool here. So it kind of can dance around itself, I guess, but it is a little odd. Go ahead and shoot a guy. Maybe flip him off so I don't die. Okay, yeah, so this is a lot more reasonable. That was way less of a melt than it was last time. Still probably strong, of course, but better. Okay, and that will go ahead and do it. We are out of time. So 3 DLCs down. New patch in the middle of playthrough. Seems good. Day 7.